Hi guys, this is Anand Hasbi, and I'd like to welcome all of you guys for another episode of Rambling of an Analyst. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about should you pursue your passion or should you be practical? Okay. Towards the end of the episode, I'm going to reveal something amazing that this channel is going to have in the future. We're going to do certain upgrades, and I'm super duper excited to share with you this development. So stay tuned. Don't tune out halfway. Towards the end, I'm going to share with you a surprise which I have installed. By the way, thank you so much for coming for this particular live session. I'm super duper grateful and excited. So anyway, sorry, I digress. It's been a while since I came live, so I'm a bit nervous. Okay, with regards to whether one should pursue their passion or should they be practical, right? That was a question which I had for the longest time. And I think, as some of you may know, I used to work as an accountant first, and this was what my dad wanted me to do. Be an accountant. One of the reasons why accountants, it's very easy to get jobs for accountants, and every company, as long as you're making money or as long as you're paying money, you always need an accountant to count the success rate of the company. So my dad wanted me to work as an accountant as it was very stable, right? And like I told some of you guys, I didn't like being an accountant. One of the reasons why I was dyslexic. I couldn't quite read numbers, and I think I was probably one of the worst accountants in corporate Malaysia, where I couldn't quite balance the balance sheet, even though its name is balance sheet. We're supposed to balance the balance sheet, and I had this ability to make it unbalanced. So that itself is a skill, but it's not very valuable. So anyway, back when 1.5 years ago, right, when I left my organization, I was super scared. I did not know what to do. I kept asking myself this question, which I want to share with you guys this particular lesson, all right, as to whether you should focus on your passion or you should focus on being practical, taking the safe path, taking a job where everyone tells you to take that particular job as is a safe job. Which one should you do? And most times, if we are, I guess, born and raised in an Asian family, right, we tend to listen to what mom and dad said. But having said that, for me, like I said, for me, it was so difficult when I became an accountant. I couldn't quite read numbers. So that was one of the reasons why I tried to be an analyst, right? And because I did what I love, I was super duper duper good in what I did. And I think, as you guys can see in this channel, we picked a couple of stocks which actually did relatively okay, 2.5 times our returns in just a couple of months. I think that's pretty cool, right? So yeah, for me, my path was always if I follow the passion long enough, the money would also follow. And for you also, I'm going to share with you this advice. If it can work for a kid like me that can't quite read numbers, almost failed my SPM and almost failed university, and I actually worked very high up in corporate Malaysia. Last posting was vice president in an investment bank. If it can happen to me, it will definitely 110% possible for you guys, right? So always, for me, I always believe that I want to follow my passion. And when I follow my passion, I'll put 110% of my effort there. And when I put 110% of my effort there, good results will come, right? Not when I first got the VSS, which is a separation between me and the company, 1.5 years ago. As I was saying, I had a choice whether to choose whether to follow my passion or be practical, whether becoming an analyst or an accountant, or whether following my passions. And this was where I first started my game development company. And when I started my game development company, I love games. I was so passionate about games. But the thing is, and I shared with all of you guys this particular framework, which is if you do something that you like, but you're not the best at it, right? What's going to happen? There's going to be a mismatch. So while I love to play games, I was a horrible programmer, I was a horrible coder, I was very horrible in music. So if you notice games, you need a couple of elements. Number one, you need to have a graphic guy to create your assets. Number two, you need a storyboard guy to storyboard all of the game sequence. Number three, you need a sound guy. And number four, you need a programmer. Yeah, all of which I was zero. The only thing which I was good at is talking. So I actually used that particular skill to actually build my game company, right? Zero on everything, but I was really good in talking. And what I managed to do was I managed to get funding for my game development company. But having said that, guys, let me tell you something. With regards to game, there's going to be a very high cash burn rate. One of the reasons why you need to hire at least 4 people: a graphic guy, a music guy, a programmer, and also a storyboard guy. So these 4 people itself, if you pay 2,000 for each person, every month your burn rate is about 8,000 ringgit. So you have to ask yourself, whether you want to really start a game company. And I did my game company for about 6 to 7 months, right? The burn rate was too high. I was like, okay, this is too painful. So what I did was I followed my next passion, which was my first passion, which is investing. And over here, I knew I didn't want to be an analyst anymore. I knew I didn't want to be an accountant anymore. So what would I do? I was really good in talking, and I was a half decent analyst. So what would I do? So this is where I started my YouTube channel, right? So last year, okay, so this is an anniversary for the channel also. Last year, when I first started one episode, I created one episode, no one watched. No one watched. And I quit for 1 month. And then after that 1 month, I was like, you know what? I'm doing what I love. I don't care about the numbers, right? Just continue grinding. So this was where I started creating 1 episode per month, right? After creating 1 episode per month, then I started creating 1 episode every 3 weeks. And then the momentum built. 1 episode every 2 weeks, 1 episode per week. And at the peak, I actually created 3 or 4 episodes on a weekly basis. And that was where the channel actually grew and grew and grew. As some of you may know, I mentioned this, I only had 30 subscribers, and right now is already 1,000 subscribers. So I would like to thank you guys so very much for the support you have given me. Okay, so right now to the surprise, what has happened, right? So I guess this is an unveiling. After creating a couple of episodes on investing, quite recently there was a startup which actually contacted me, and I'm actually helping a startup to actually create YouTube content to help people with regards to their investing. So I'm super duper excited. So this is the story of one person. If you follow your passion, and if you truly believe in your passion, and if you keep on giving good value, a lot of good things are going to come your way. And it actually worked for me. So I just wanted to just tell you guys this particular message, a message of hope, a message of advice, a message of a friend telling another friend. If you have a passion, fight for it. If you like something, go for it. Life is too short. In fact, right now, it's almost half the year already. It's just blink and blink and open our eyes, blink and open our eyes. It's already half the year already. And for the longest time, I was living in fear. And, once I fell out of love of being an analyst, I remembered about 4 or 5 years of my life, it was so difficult for me to wake up. Until one day, I told myself, the company had the VSS, so it's for me to separate myself with the company. I agreed to actually take the VSS and leave the company. And I think that was one of the best things I've done. So over here, I want to tell you guys again, sometimes it's super duper scary to follow your heart. Sometimes people will laugh at you, people will ridicule you. When I actually first became a YouTuber, I used to look at my parents and my friends. They used to look at me like, what am I doing in my life? After working for such a high level in the financial industry, I decided to become a YouTuber. And I never knew what it would lead to. But lo and behold, today, after 1 year exactly, right, I from 30 subscribers, it became to about 1,000 subscribers. I really reached the 1,000 mark. I'd like to thank you guys so very much for this, for your success, for your help towards this channel's success. I really, wholeheartedly. The second thing that really happened to me was that a startup company actually came up to me, and I'm actually helping them out with their content. So if you want to go something, if you have this question as to whether you should be practical and follow conventional path, follow your passion, I would 110% say follow your passion. For me, it worked. And I'm not the smartest kid, but I made it this far. So yeah, with that, I want to, I guess, open up questions, remarks, or whatever. You guys want to give me a thumbs up, say hello. It's a live session anyway. So yeah, I just want to kind of wait for maybe 2 seconds or 3 seconds before I end. Okay, guys. So I'd like to thank all the live audiences here today. I hope you actually got some value with regards to this particular live session. Thank you, Adam. Thank you so very much. Yeah, actually, it was a scary journey, bro. I just didn't know what to do. I just followed my heart, my passions, and after a couple of months, I actually got another position in one of the startups. Okay, so this startup which I'm actually with, they have an app which is going to come out soon, and this app will allow people to trade in the US markets. So stay tuned, guys. I've been looking at a lot of US stocks right now, and one of the stocks which I'm actually or one of the counters which I'm looking at is this stock called Fiverr, Fiverr. Okay, this is the stock which I used a lot during this 1 year period to actually go for freelancing work, right? And it's the Tesla and also an Apple killer. If you were to look at the performance, it actually 10 times in returns. So if I can actually 2.5 times returns over in Malaysia, man, if once we go to the US, our returns are going to be phenomenal. So I'm actually really excited to share this content with you guys on how to get enormous returns from your investments. So yeah, so that's that. And I think I'm gonna try to come maybe 1 or 2 times this week also on a live. And I do apologize for not putting a schedule up. Sebab I have to tell you guys the truth. I put macam quite takut lah, to come alive, and but I think after creating 200 over videos, right, and fighting that fear almost every time, I'm kind of getting used to it. So thank you for the question, Adam. And what are you guys doing? I mean, what are you guys investing at? What stocks are you guys looking at? What counters are you guys looking at? Thanks, Adam. I thank you so much for the kind words. Seriously, I couldn't have done it without, because when I first started this YouTube channel, right, I came from a failure from my game development company. After working for 6-7 months, I hired a graphic guy, music guy, and that was my first love. But the whole thing of it all is that I've shared with you guys this particular framework. Do what you love, do what you're good at, and then also do what people want, and also do what people are willing to pay for. If you can find all these 4 quadrants, right, this is going to be your rezeki lah. This will be your sweet spot. When you do what you love, you're super good at it. At the same time, when people are demanding for the services, and at the same time there's a high demand, oh my gosh, you'll be very highly sought after in the market. So when I did my game development company, right, I love games, but I was a horrible programmer. I was horrible in drawing. I was horrible in music. So I was good in talking. So I managed to get funds for that particular company. But I was only good in talking, so I had to manage. I had to, motivate my team, tell them, everything will be okay. But 8,000 per month. Kalau that's a burn rate, right? It's almost 10,000 per month. So after 6 months, it's 60,000 ringgit. So I had to ask myself, with that 60,000 ringgit, am I better off investing, or am I better off continuing my game development company? So if I were to continue my game development company, it's going to be 1 year now. So yeah, it's going to be 120,000. So I told myself, you know what? I'm actually a better investor. I'm a better storyteller, and that's one of the reasons why, I created this YouTube channel. I tak tahu, I just create, don't know what to expect, and alhamdulillah, it's after 1 year, it's pretty cool, and people actually came up to me and says, "Hey, bro, your content is really great. We like to maybe get you on board to actually help create some content over and on." And so I think within the next 3 or 4 months, I'm going to create content on the other side. I'm going to create content on the US market, and most of the stocks which I'm picking are going to be below 100 ringgit, because even I want to buy stocks which is accessible to me. And one of the counters which I've already mentioned to you guys right now is Fiverr, as I mentioned a while ago. It actually 10 times in value if you look at the stock. So right now I'm asking myself, what are the stocks are going to give me maybe 5 or 10 times the return? And I'm super duper excited. One of the reasons why US actually comes up with all these really quirky companies and quirky gadgets, and so I'm going to start doing small coverages. Okay, guys. I'd like to wish all of you guys selamat berpuasa. I think it's 6 or 7 days already, and thank you so very much for coming on live. Thank you so much for the questions, and I hope my true goal for this channel is to actually help you guys become better money managers. And just to repeat what I already said over and over again, I ni my dad orang kampung. So when I was growing up, I had a lot of really cool aunties and uncles. So they used to take me out, iftar and everything. So I had a really good time. Cuma we weren't taught financial management in school. And what happened is, at the age at 60 or 70 years old, where they should retire, tak boleh. One of the reasons why, when they were younger, they didn't have the skill or the tak belajar tentang money management. And right now they're actually asking nieces, nephews, sons, daughters for money again. So I told myself, I said, enough is enough. I have asset management skills. I have accounting skills. I know how to be in the market, and that's one of the reasons why I'm actually teaching for free. Actually, if you guys can see, I don't have like a paid wall or whatever. It's all So that's the whole intent. And thank you. Selamat berpuasa to Adam. Okay, I know it's already 18 minutes. I dah bercakap lama dah. So I think tomorrow pun, I'm sure you guys need to, even I have to wake up a bit early. But today's session was so super duper awesome. Thank you very much, guys. I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to come on live, and right now YouTube has allowed me to actually even give you guys messages. So maybe 1 or 2 hours before I come on live, I'm going to actually shoot out messages. That way, if you guys are macam lepak, you guys want to listen to someone rambling about money and also motivational stuff, you can always come and join me, and we can just chat. Okay, guys. With that, have a good one. Selamat berpuasa, Adam, and the rest in the future, if you guys were to watch this particular episode. And with that, take care.